So last year, I was working a job as a social media manager until Philly D saw one of my TikToks and my life just fundamentally changed forever. I went as a guy who was pretty good at music and was starting to kind of develop his fan base and get things going to, oh my God, I have fans now and a functioning YouTube channel and I have to be on all the time. And I have to say, it's a giant education. I have learned an immense amount of things in that amount of time. And there's just a lot of shit that I just did not consider when it comes to making content and making everything work. I did Freestyle the News for 2 years before I met Philip DeFranco, and within about 2 months, we made that thing work. And that was really hard. And the number one question I've gotten since all of that happened is, hey, what do you do to make things? So I thought I would make a video on it. How I make Freestyle the News, what do I do so I can live off this show and make it my full-time job, and what do you need to get there? So if you ever wanted to start content or just wanted to know a little bit more about how I do this shit every week, please watch on. I also have to be very upfront before I say anything. This video is sponsored by Fourth Wall. But I also have to be upfront is that I've used them before they wanted to sponsor anything, and I have loved their services. So I'm a big believer in them, and yeah, I think they're fucking awesome. So thank you, Fourth Wall, for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. Freestyle the News! What up, y'all? Yo, it's been kind of a crazy week. I'm working on this new EP. It's gonna drop in 2 weeks, y'all. So let's go! Woo! Snap is too real. Critics all telling me they got no feels. Got a month left, I'ma spin that wheel. Better go ahead and fire that rocket like a Westbrook deal. So like I said before, I did Freestyle the News for 2 years before I met Phil. I started the concept in 2019 when I was in much better shape. The idea was to figure out something I could do weekly to scratch my political itch, because at the time, people just knew me for fighting game music. And last year, after taking a little bit of a break on it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try one more time and do it on TikTok. I know TikTok really well. I'm working as a social media manager for TikTok. Why the fuck not? And I did, and Philly D saw it, and here we are. Side note, I started watching Philip DeFranco because I did Freestyle the News. I wanted to know what news was going on, so full circle moment. So let's go through the process of what actually goes into making each episode, because it's actually kind of cool. What the fuck is you doing? Break out the singing, it's not an improvement when they got receipts of you out here just grooming like Miranda. Put the uke down. These allegations too heavy for you to juke now. When did the weirdest apology on the tube now? So number one, yes, I'm aggregating news throughout the week. What'll usually happen is in the morning, at lunch, and maybe sometimes during dinner, I'll just open up my phone and I'll start looking through kind of Google News and other places. I used to look at Twitter a lot, or X as it's called now. And I don't do that anymore because it's fucking useless. Maybe once in a blue moon it's been useful. It used to be the primary way I would be able to figure out what the hell's going on in the world. I used to separate the news on a scale of 1 to 4. 4 being the most important, 1 being this is don't use this. Now I separate it by kind of subject. So I have headlines, which is just anything that's super important that's everybody is talking about. So that could be entertainment, politics, whatever. Then you go to politics, entertainment, weird and kind of fun, and then other. The goal kind of in every piece is not to kind of stay on one subject too long. It needs to feel fluid, you know? It needs to feel oh, we're jumping off to different subjects. If I stay on politics too long, believe it or not, it gets kind of draining. And there was a week when I was on Philly D where I did that, and it didn't do very well. I know a lot of people complain, oh, there's so many news stories coming at you at once. There's a sweet spot where you're getting so much information, but it feels like you're reliving the week and kind of getting a better understanding and a grasp on it and a way to process it versus me harping on a few things. But usually the goal is to keep it moving. It's got to feel like a moving, active, live piece. It's got to be fun. And then comes the beat selection. Hold up, crypto about to blow up. Sam said he got no jail, cops just fucking rolled up. Westworld about to close up, HBO got no one. Oh shit, Kevin showed up. Hey, you wanna fucking go, son? So usually during the week, I will just go through my phone and look for type beats. If you work professionally in rap, or if you don't, you know that type beats are kind of fucking great. A lot of type beat producers go on to be crazy big, well-known producers. Cash Money AP is one of them. There's a point in Atlanta where every single rapper, when they came into the studio, they had a Cash Money AP beat. And it's good because I want to highlight these producers. I want them to get more people to buy their product and buy their beats because they do good work. And they sound fucking great. And there's going to be a point where I self-produce a lot of these, but for right now, it just works with the speed of everything. Then it just comes down to me just kind of feeling through it. A lot of times, I just kind of write off momentum. Back when I was doing one show a week, writing took me about like 4 hours. When I split it to 2 shows, it takes me an hour apiece. It's kind of weird, but writing for 1 show is harder than writing for 2 shows. Usually I'll write 32 bars for a midweek episode, and I'll write 64 bars for a weekend episode, because the weekend episodes I try to have a chorus and stuff like that. But I'll switch it around and it'll vary. And pretty much when I'm done with the sprint and I'm feeling good and I'm feeling excited and fun about the beat's gotta be fun, then I open up Pro Tools and I record. I have a Freestyle the News kind of template that I use all the time. My plugin chain is already there, and then as soon as the beat comes in, I'll tweak the chain so it sounds a little bit better with each and every single specific.
I think the red wave that's coming is gonna be like the elevator doors opening up in The Shining.
Where the motherfucking wave at? Y'all been looping this shit for months, I heard the playback. More than Rick Ross talking about his Maybach. 8 packs funneling the same cash. Put that shit in crypto cause it still crashed, oh yeah. So while I'm doing this behind the scenes, we have a couple different people working. So we have a sourcer, so we'll have somebody basically sourcing images and stuff like that in video, right? I'll usually make a list of what images and videos I kind of want. The old team, we could do like a couple more funny things, and so we're kind of working up to that, but they'll source everything that I've kind of written out there. If they have jokes of their own, they'll look at the lyrics, figure out whatever jokes are there, and then add them in. Then we give all of the assets and a numbered document to our editor. The editor has a mock-up of my face, just like, and on each side, he's gonna edit like in the full video. So he pretty much times everything so that things are coming down and flipping out and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, I'm recording my face and myself rapping. I used to do it without a teleprompter, and that was hell. And then I got a teleprompter, I got an iPad, edit it together, do the breakdown, edit that together. And then when the editor's done, he sends me a project file with all of the images in it, all of the captions done, put them onto my video. I adjust things here and there. I'm like, okay, this keyframe's not here where it needs to be. This is not timed well. And bada bing, bada boom, we have an episode of Freestyle the News. That rhymed. I just want to let everybody know I'm a rapper. And cross world war with your iron fist and a fatality. $1 million cop, I hear riots can fucking crash a league. Fucking up with labor, the union busting for half a piece. Fucked up information they dropping with every new release. Oh, lesson number 1. I can't explain to you how much easier it is to have a team to do this thing. It's like way easier. And it's better too. The product comes out better. I can focus on bars and doing really, really cool things as opposed to like, oh my God, I gotta edit this for like 4 hours. But how do you make money? How are we like alive? How are we alive? Boom. Blew your fucking mind, didn't I? There's a couple things. So number 1, I'm still under Phil's management company. I have a manager who he hooked me up with, and that guy kind of helps me find sponsors. But even before that, there were sponsors who reached out to me. But the caveats are, it has to be fun, and it can't be a sponsor I don't believe in. That's a basic. I can't. If I sell out, then the whole fucking point of this channel sucks. So that's one side of it, and that side has been bringing in a lot of money. The other side of it that actually has been helping and is like the bread and butter of all of this is Too Soon Crew. If you don't know what Too Soon Crew is, we have this thing called TooSoonCrew.com. It's a membership platform. You pay me $10 a month. I give you a little bit more extra content. I give you secret songs. I give you a private Discord. We get to talk directly. You get percentage off merch. And it's a pretty good machine. And this is where I want to mention Fourth Wall. When I joined Phil and when we were planning to move to the other channel, I was like fucking terrified. Like I cannot explain to you how terrified I was. Look, I've worked in social media before that rarely ever works. And it worked. Partially because of what Phil set me up with. So Phil worked with this company called Fourth Wall, who is sponsoring today's episode, and he just kept telling me like, yo, that's the vibe. And Fourth Wall, if you don't know, is kind of a one-stop shop for creators to do merch, memberships, everything you need to kind of like create the infrastructure of your brand around your content. Fourth Wall takes care of it. They do direct shipping merch with a lot of options. They do membership platforms. They do videos. Everything you can do. Fourth Wall's got a lot of things covered. It's actually much easier for me to connect with fans. I can throw stuff up on there. If they want to watch it, it's ready to go. We're throwing all of our extended breakdowns up on Too Soon Crew, which is awesome. It's a great way to connect with fans, and those people are legitimately like invested in, hey, we want you to succeed. But the biggest thing it's helped me with is merch. Fourth Wall is fucking amazing for merch. Like it just is. Okay, I want to show this off actually though. So this is a Champion tie-dye embroidery hoodie. It's our Too Soon Crew launch hoodie. This and the Run It Back hoodie are our two like best-selling hoodies that we have. Easily the best like direct-to-garment embroidery that I've ever had, or just embroidery in general. Like a lot of times when I want to do embroidery on merch like hats, it's like a process where I have to go through 9 rounds and wholesale things. It's been frustrating. These were pretty easy to design, and these ship out nice. People have really liked them. They sent me pictures of them wearing them, and if you're one of those people, great. They're super comfy, they look nice. The run it back hoodie, like we designed, and I was worried about how that would turn out, and it turned out so well. It's one of my favorite hoodies to wear now. And yeah, man, I've just overall been really happy with ease of use and quality, because you don't usually get both of those, right? Like the biggest issue has been like I'm always tied up in inventory. Just the ease of use has been the experience, which is the other thing I'm going to mention. Evo is in a week, and I need to get fucking merch done. And guess who I'm going with? Fourth Wall. Last Business Piece of Spotify and YouTube revenue. The videos do make money on YouTube. They do get ad revenue on YouTube, but I'm not making like $10,000 a video. The more videos I make during the week, the more people seem to kind of like see it in their feed and they tune in. And if you don't know, on YouTube, thumbnail and title are key. Thumbnail and title are key. My thumbnails back then used to suck. They're pretty good now, but they still need work. But the main thing I do is expressive faces, crazy thing that's going on, and being honest and relevant to the people you're trying to talk to. And in all of this, there's just a couple major things that have just like popped up, and here are the major kind of takeaways that I've gotten from this. Number one, everybody wants to get this job because they think it's set it and forget it. I get to film myself, I throw it up, set it and forget it, I make money. That's not how it works. Merch, videos, all of these things are a relationship with you guys, with the audience. I have to make sure quality is where it needs to be. I have to make sure that if I get a sponsor, it's somebody who you guys like give a shit about or will be helpful to you. You're not gonna buy anything. And I have to make sure if I'm giving you merch and stuff like that with my name on it, it's not just, oh, I'm supporting you, but this shirt sucks. You should enjoy what you get from me. It should be a relationship where I bring some value into your life, aside from just rapping the news. And that's the thing. The thing you do is amazing, and you should believe in the thing you do. But there's ways to expand the thing you do, and there's ways to put value on the thing you do. And I would try to do everything on my own and like overload myself. So I got a team, and everything worked out way better, way easier. I can breathe now. I can enjoy this career. I got sponsors and I got merch, and I tried to make sure I did it my way and not some convoluted like, oh, I just gotta make that cash, baby, for my job. And even when it is hard, like this is a hard video to film, I'll be very honest with you. I'm nervous if anybody cares. It's a 2 inside baseball. When I get on camera, I just gotta believe in it, you know? I have fun making good shit. Don't focus on the money. Don't focus on, you know, all of the entrapments. Focus on doing good shit that you believe in, and people will show up. And all of you guys have showed up. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, shout outs to Fourth Wall. We have a code in the description in case you want to set up your own account. Anyway, my name is Zaid, and I'll see y'all soon. Let's go!